Is Jesus Ferreira the USMNT's best player right now? I don't know. We gotta talk about it. So without further ado, let's get to it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. We gotta talk about it today. I didn't want to make this video, but we have to. Okay, Jesus Ferreira is a hot topic right now for USMNT fans and USMNT haters. So your boys gotta jump on it. So, guys, before we get started, as always, I want this channel to reach as many people as possible, and the only way that can happen is if you yourself right now, texting and driving, watching this video while you eat, whatever. If you, that person, like the video and subscribe down below, it would mean a lot to me, and it would also help the channel get passed around more. And of course, I'm on the road to 10K, so help your boy out. Would really mean a lot. All right, Jesus Ferreira has scored back-to-back hat tricks. He scored 4 goals against one team. He's scored 2 goals and given 2 assists in another game, all in one USMNT career. Early on, he's only got 21 games and 14 goals in those 21 games. So with all these amazing, crazy stats, it all seems insane. But if you take a really close look at it, how insane is it actually? Like, what are the teams he's playing this well against, and what are the teams that he's playing not that well against? Today, I really want to break down Jesus Ferreira's career with the USMNT, his really, really short, young career so far, because right now he is a hot topic, and also, let's admit, for the Caribbean teams, for Mr. Jack Sparrow, he's on fire. So let's bring it up on the screen right here and talk about it with you guys, break down the career of Jesus Ferreira's USMNT, campaign. All right, here he is in all his glory, Jesus Ferreira, or as some of you guys call him, the Pirate of the Caribbean. That's good. I mean, if you're Ferreira watching this, bro, you gotta admit that's funny. Okay, we'll get to you later, bro. Keep watching. So look, this is his career, his young, still not even in his prime career with USMNT. Made his debut in 2020 February with Greg Berhalter. He was only 19 years old at that time. And you can see right here, he's got 21 games, 14 goals, according to transfermarket.us. If I'm wrong here, obviously don't blame me. Blame the website, because this is where I go to see his stats. So, I kind of broke it down here. You can see all of his games and competitions here of where he's played with the USMNT, all his goals and assists, blah, 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 how many minutes. So, I was like, you know what? I want to see a little more detailed version. Let's see all the games where he scored. So, I don't know how I can look on my screen, but I can't see it. Okay. International friendlies. Trinidad and Tobago, of course. 2 goals, 3 assists, bro, in 64 minutes. Wild. Another fucking smashing against Trinidad and Tobago. Panama, 5-1 win. Another smashing. 1 goal there. Grenada, 4 goals and a 5-0 win. He scored almost all the goals against his team. 4 goals himself as a center forward. Attacking midfielder, he was actually listed under here as position. When that stupid ass Mexico friendly earlier this year, he scored 1 goal to help us tie that game. And I'm actually really glad, because I hate losing to Mexico. So even a draw against Mexico, I'm okay with. If we can't win, better than losing. And then, of course, we're here at the cream of the crop right now. The talking point is the Gold Cup 2023 in the group stage of Group A. Back-to-back 6-0 thrashings of these poor Caribbean teams. 3 goals in each for this guy. No assists. I'm surprised, actually, no assists, but 3 goals. So what does that tell you? It tells you that he's good against CONCACAF teams, because all these teams that you see here are CONCACAF teams, correct? So, I really like this dude. Obviously, I support MLS, but I think criticism is allowed to be part of a player's journey or career, because you can't be perfect forever. Even Messi, the king himself, has gotten a lot of criticism over the years. And your boys had to suffer through some of that, okay? So, now let's look at the games where he has not scored against teams that he's played against. Like, even if it's like only 20 minutes, he still played against it. Let's see who it is. We got all 21 games here listed. So his first game was actually against Costa Rica in a 1-0 win. He did not score there. Obviously, we saw Trinidad and Tobago already. Mexico, 2-0 win in the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. He played only for 8 minutes. Came to cut him some slack there. Jamaica, 1-1, nothing there. Bosnia Herzegovina, 1-0 win, which is a really crazy hard game we had against Bosnia's whack team. There wasn't their A team. I'll tell you that. Then we come here to El Salvador. He got an assist, but no goals. Honduras, nothing. Panama, 1 goal. USA away, 2-0 defeat. He did not score either. Morocco, really big win for us. Uruguay, nothing. Nothing against El Salvador away. And of course, these international friendlies right before the World Cup. Back-to-back disappointing defeats. But if you look closely, and especially after the World Cup, you would see that these games kind of meant a lot, because it was like, dude, like these teams actually did pretty well in the World Cup themselves. So I kind of give us some slack there, okay? The Netherlands, the big game himself, was where he was supposed to be like the ace right there. Nothing. Only played the first half and got subbed out by GGG, man. If Berhalter subs you out, like, you know, you fucked up. Like, damn, bro. So what do all these stats and games tell us? Well, on surface value, it looks like, yeah, if you're scoring 14 goals in 21 games, that's some good record right there. That's some good numbers. But like I said, we look deeper. We looked at all the teams he played against and didn't score against. And really, what does it all tell us? It tells us that when he's playing against CONCACAF teams, opposition, we all know right now CONCACAF is trash. Playing against CONCACAF teams, he's more likely to have a better performance than if he's playing against teams like Colombia or Saudi Arabia or Japan, teams who are a higher level than almost all CONCACAF teams right now. It shows us that he kind of disappears. But is that fair to say? Because is it fair to say that the games he did play, for the most part, outside of one game, none of them were really a big, huge game. You know what I mean? The biggest game of Ferreira's career was definitely the game against the Dutch in the round of 16 of the FIFA World Cup this past year. We all know that is his biggest game. That is our biggest game to date. Okay? Obviously, his biggest game as well. And he massively, massively underperformed in that game. I will never defend that performance, and I'm sure he shouldn't either. I'm going to go ahead and make a rash statement and say that Ferreira has not really played a really top-level team except the Dutch in 2022 World Cup. And we can all agree, right? St. Kitts and Trinidad, trash. We all know it, man. Come on, 6-0, back-to-back 6-0 wins. Of course he's going to score a hat-trick. You can only play and score against the teams you're faced against. I want to see Ferreira play against more teams. If he gets called up to the games against Uzbekistan and Oman, some random ass, like, come on, they're not even that good. Like, I mean, they're good, but like, they're better than CONCACAF teams. So I want to see how he does against those teams that I would say are way above St. Kitts level at Trinidad and, you know, Panama. Like, those teams are trash, bro. Like, I want to see him play against better teams and scoring against those better teams, or at least playing well, assisting, making a run on goal, shooting, like doing something, bro. I want to see that from Ferreira. I think that's the only way that all us USMT fans will be able to really accept him as a next generation player in the attacking line against the likes of, you know, Ricardo Pepi and Ferreira Balogun, or I guess Josh Jordan kind of fall off a little bit, but still, players like that. I think Ferreira, if he wants to be in that conversation and respected like that, then dude, if you're listening, bro, find a way, talk to your agent, find a way to get your ass to Europe. Because I think if you go to Europe and score some goals like you do in MLS, even if it's in like freaking Scottish league, like you're scoring goals in Europe, Europa Leagues, Champions League, wherever it is, I think he'll feel good about himself. He'll be good momentum, good form. Berhalter will obviously call his ass up again. And maybe he'll be learning more stuff abroad. Maybe there'll be some managers there or coaches from his teams, his club teams, they'd be like, you know what, Ferreira, you're not really a number 9, because you're not. Like, maybe you should go along and play on the wing or play here, maybe behind a main striker. Like, maybe they'll find where he is utilized best that could translate to his World Cup, to his national team, performance or just team in general. Like, I really want to see this dude succeed, because I think he's got the talent to do so. I think he just needs the motivation. I think he needs the confidence. And scoring against Caribbean-ass teams is not going to give you the same confidence as you are going to score in a Europa League final or Europa League qualifiers or a relegation battle, or even freaking, I don't know, like a team like Uruguay or Spain. Scoring against those teams, you'd be like, you know what, I scored against Spain, bro. Like, I can score against anybody. Just stuff like that, I think, will really help this guy's career. And I really do hope he can pull it together, because I do have faith he can. My faith is dwindling, but if he goes to Europe and proves himself, I will be as as white people say, a happy camper. Does Ferreira deserve the hate he gets from USMNT fans? No. But does he deserve the criticism he gets? Absolutely. So it's what you do with that criticism as a player, as a professional, as a person, and how you can turn it around and kind of prove yourself, because you are not in a job or a position where you don't have to prove yourself to anybody or be tough, whatever. You are a player, an athlete that you do have to prove yourself to your team, to your fans, to your colleagues, the owners of your team. You do have to prove yourself. So I really hope he takes the steps needed to move forward with his career, to prove himself in a bigger stage, and maybe that could translate to him performing in a bigger stage with the USMNT. Before you go, do you think Ferreira should go to Europe? And if so, which league do you think he'd be best fit for? For me, I think it's the Dutch league or the Bundesliga. So I'll see you guys. Subscribe down below, and thanks for kicking with me. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.